The Law of Consequence: Why Your Actions Matter. Written by Ethan Hope. Published by Wisdom Audiobooks. Introduction. I still remember the day I made a simple decision to help a stranger on the street. Little did I know that one act of kindness would spark a series of events that changed not only my perspective, but also the lives of those involved. It was a brisk autumn afternoon. I was walking home from work, preoccupied with the usual flurry of thoughts about deadlines and responsibilities. As I neared a busy intersection, I noticed an elderly man struggling to carry his grocery bags. Without thinking much about it, I approached him and offered my assistance. He looked up, his eyes filled with relief and gratitude, and accepted my help. We chatted as we walked, and I quickly learned that he lived alone and rarely received help from others. By the time we reached his apartment building, what began as a small gesture had turned into a memorable exchange. The man's heartfelt thankfulness lingered with me long after I left, warming my heart and expanding my understanding of how the simplest actions can have profound impacts. Have you ever considered how a single choice you make today could set off a chain reaction that influences your future? The truth is, every decision counts, reverberating throughout our lives and the lives of others. Actions, whether large or small, send ripples through the world, creating echoes that shape our personal journeys and touch those around us. This book seeks to explore these ripples, the unseen consequences that arise from our daily choices and interactions. In a world where the choices we make can ignite change or perpetuate harm, understanding the law of consequence becomes not just beneficial, it is essential for leading a fulfilling life. Our decisions are constantly constructing our reality. They build relationships, foster communities, and establish the moral fabric of societies. As individuals seeking personal growth, or professionals aiming to lead ethically, recognizing the weight of our choices transforms how we live and work. Imagine walking into a room and flipping a light switch. Instantly, the room is bathed in light, an immediate effect. But now imagine making a less tangible choice, like deciding to mentor a colleague, or choosing to listen rather than speak. These decisions might not yield instant results, but their influence stretches far and wide, illuminating paths and futures in subtle yet powerful ways. Our choices are like seeds sown into the fertile ground of our lives, inevitably growing into plants whose fruits we will eventually harvest. It's easy to overlook the importance of our daily decisions when we're caught up in the hustle and bustle of modern life. Yet, by pausing to reflect on our actions, we open ourselves to greater awareness and intentional living. Our journey begins with small steps, each mindful choice paving the way toward a life brimming with purpose and connection. Whether you are an individual on a path of self-discovery, or a leader looking to instill mindfulness within your organization, this book offers guidance, insights, and tools to navigate the intricate web of cause and effect. From understanding the fundamental principles behind our choices to exploring the ethical dimensions of decision-making, this book will guide you through a comprehensive exploration of how our actions shape our realities. We'll delve into the psychology of decision-making, drawing on real-life examples and scholarly research to uncover why we choose as we do, and how we can improve our decision-making processes. You'll learn about the ripple effect, a concept that illustrates how one action can create waves of impact far beyond its initial touchpoint. Furthermore, we'll examine the role of mindfulness in cultivating a deliberate approach to our daily choices. Mindfulness allows us to pause, consider, and choose actions that align with our values and desired outcomes. In the fast-paced environments of today's workplaces, such practices can redefine corporate culture, enriching team dynamics, and fostering an environment of trust and respect. Leaders who embody ethical decision-making serve as beacons, guiding their teams toward shared goals while nurturing individual growth. The journey doesn't stop there. We'll also navigate through the complexities of ethical living, addressing the challenges and dilemmas that arise as we strive to make fair and just choices. How do we balance our needs with the well-being of others? What does it mean to live with integrity in a world rife with conflicting interests? Through thought-provoking discussions and practical strategies, you'll gain the confidence to face these questions head-on, equipped with a framework for making decisions that uphold your highest ideals. As we traverse this landscape of choices and consequences, you'll find yourself constantly reflecting on your actions and their broader implications. This reflective process is the cornerstone of personal development, encouraging growth and transformation. Our narrative will weave together stories, insights, and exercises designed to inspire and challenge you to think deeply about the power you hold in each moment. By the end of this book, you'll have a clear understanding of how to harness the potential of your decisions to create meaningful connections and lead a life rich with fulfillment. You'll be empowered to take ownership of your actions, recognizing that even the smallest choice can leave an indelible mark on the tapestry of your life and the lives of others. Your journey starts now. Together, let's embark on an exploration of the profound impact of our choices, unlocking the wisdom needed to navigate the complexities of modern life with intention and grace. Get ready to uncover the transformative power of living mindfully and ethically, forging a path that leads to personal growth and collective betterment. Welcome to a world where every decision matters, and where you have the power to shape your destiny one choice at a time. Chapter 1. Understanding the Law of Consequence. Understanding the law of consequence is central to grasping how our actions impact our lives and those around us. The concept emphasizes that every action, whether positive or negative, generates a reaction that eventually influences personal and collective outcomes. This principle has been discussed and revered in various cultures and philosophies throughout history. From Aristotle's ethical explorations to Confucius's teachings on moral responsibility, the idea that our choices shape our destinies and societal harmony is both ancient and timeless. In this chapter, we will delve into both historical and contemporary interpretations of the law of consequence. We'll explore its origins, looking at philosophical underpinnings, and how ancient societies implemented justice systems based on this principle. We will also examine its modern applications, from legal frameworks to corporate ethics, illustrating how accountability remains a cornerstone of ethical living. By understanding the ripple effects of decisions, readers are encouraged to consider the broader implications of their actions, fostering a proactive approach to personal growth and decision-making. Definition and origins of the law of consequence. The law of consequence is a fundamental principle stating that every action generates a corresponding reaction. This concept implies that our actions, whether positive or negative, have effects that come back to us, influencing our lives and those around us. This intrinsic relationship between cause and effect emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and ethical living. Historically, the roots of this idea can be traced back to ancient philosophies. Aristotle, in his Nicomachean Ethics, discussed how human actions and choices lead to particular outcomes, thereby influencing one's character and life trajectory. Similarly, Confucius emphasized the moral interconnectedness within society, where individual actions contribute to wider social harmony or discord. His teachings assert that moral responsibility begins with self-cultivation and extends outward to family and community. These early interpretations laid the groundwork for modern understandings of ethical behavior and the pervasive nature of consequences. Over time, the concept of consequence has evolved, shaping and being shaped by legal and social norms. In ancient societies, laws were often based on retributive justice, where punishments were designed to correspond directly to offenses. As civilizations progressed, so did their understanding of justice and accountability. For instance, the shift from draconian punishment methods to rehabilitation-focused systems reflects an evolving view of consequences aimed at societal improvement rather than mere retribution. In contemporary settings, the evolution of the law of consequence is mirrored in various aspects of life, including legal systems, corporate governance, and social behaviors. Accountability has become a cornerstone of modern ethics, where actions are scrutinized not just for their immediate effects, but their long-term implications on communal well-being. The growing emphasis on corporate social responsibility exemplifies how businesses are increasingly held accountable for their impact on society and the environment, reflecting a broader understanding of consequences beyond financial performance. Viewing actions through the lens of consequences can significantly empower personal growth. By recognizing the ripple effects of our decisions, we can cultivate a more proactive approach to personal development and ethical living. This perspective encourages individuals to consider the potential outcomes of their actions, fostering a mindset geared towards thoughtful decision-making. For instance, a leader aware of the law of consequence might strive to create a positive work culture, understanding that their behavior sets a precedent for their team and influences overall productivity and morale. To integrate this understanding into daily life, it's essential to develop a practice of mindfulness and reflection. Regularly considering the potential impacts of our actions helps cultivate a sense of responsibility and ethical awareness. This practice can start with simple steps, like setting aside time each day to reflect on one's decisions and their outcomes. Over time, this habit can lead to more deliberate actions and choices, fostering growth and positive change. Moreover, adopting a consequence-focused mindset has practical implications for both personal and professional spheres. In personal life, it might involve understanding the long-term effects of habits and routines, leading to healthier lifestyle choices. Professionally, it could translate to more strategic decision-making, where leaders consider the broader implications of their actions on their teams and organizations. This holistic approach not only aids in personal and professional success, but also contributes to a more ethical and harmonious society. Additionally, education plays a critical role in promoting an understanding of the law of consequence. Integrating this principle into educational frameworks can help inculcate a sense of responsibility and ethical awareness from a young age. Educational institutions can emphasize the importance of understanding the impacts of one's actions, encouraging students to think critically about their choices. This foundation can prepare individuals to navigate life's complexities with a heightened sense of accountability and ethical discernment. Historical examples of consequences in action. Consequences have played pivotal roles in shaping human history, leaving indelible marks on societies through leadership decisions, scientific breakthroughs, and environmental policies. Examining these instances helps us understand the profound impact consequences can have, and underscores the importance of accountability in both individual and collective actions. One compelling case study is the fall of empires, where critical leadership decisions led to societal decline. The Old Kingdom of Egypt serves as a prime example. Agriculture flourished due to the bountiful Nile River, nurturing a thriving population and advanced civilization. Yet this prosperity was not immune to consequence. Prolonged droughts strained resources, leading to widespread famine and political instability. These natural hardships laid bare the vulnerabilities of a society that had come to rely heavily on its environment, without sustainable practices. Similarly, the collapse of the Easter Island civilization highlights how deforestation devastated the island's ecosystem. As trees were cut down for various uses, including moving large stone monuments, the ecological balance was severely disrupted. Without sufficient wood, agriculture suffered, leading to food shortages and ultimately societal collapse. Both examples illustrate how leadership decisions can trigger far-reaching and often irreversible outcomes. Scientific discoveries offer another lens through which to view the law of consequence. The development of antibiotics revolutionized medicine, saving countless lives from bacterial infections. However, this advancement also brought unintended ripple effects. The misuse and overuse of antibiotics have contributed to the rise of antimicrobial resistance, AMR. This silent epidemic now poses a significant threat to global health, as bacteria evolved to withstand treatments that once eradicated them. Addressing AMR requires an integrated approach, considering social, political, and environmental factors. Urban political ecology, UPE, provides a valuable framework for understanding how urbanization and governance intersect with AMR risks. By situating AMR within broader socio-ecological contexts, we can develop more collaborative and sustainable strategies to combat this issue. Environmental decisions further demonstrate the profound consequences of human actions. Policy choices regarding natural resource management can lead to immediate and systemic responses in nature. The Dust Bowl of the 1930s in North America exemplifies this. Intensive farming practices, driven by the belief that rain follows the plow, led to extensive soil erosion. When severe drought hit, the exposed topsoil blew away, creating massive dust storms and rendering farmland barren. The resulting agricultural collapse caused economic devastation for farmers and their communities. This scenario highlights the necessity of environmental accountability and sustainable practices. Modern challenges like climate change underscore the urgency of responsible stewardship, as our current actions will shape the planet's future habitability. Small actions leading to substantial changes over time, known as ripple effects, can be understood through cultural perspectives on collective responsibility and intentions. In many cultures, there's an emphasis on the interconnectedness of actions and their impacts. This concept encourages individuals to consider the broader implications of their choices. For instance, the practice of mindfulness in decision-making promotes awareness of potential outcomes, fostering more thoughtful and ethical behavior. By recognizing our interconnectedness, we can better appreciate how minor actions contribute to larger social and environmental shifts. Distinguishing consequences from intentions is crucial in understanding the ethical dimensions of our actions. While intentions reflect one's motives, consequences reveal the actual impact of those actions. Ethical living requires balancing both aspects, ensuring that good intentions translate into positive outcomes. Guidelines can help navigate this complex terrain. One essential guideline is to regularly reflect on past decisions and their outcomes, learning from both successes and failures. Another is to seek diverse perspectives when making important choices, as this can illuminate potential consequences that might otherwise go unnoticed. Understanding the law of consequence is essential in navigating both personal and professional realms. Recognizing that every action carries a corresponding reaction helps individuals make more thoughtful and ethical decisions. This chapter has explored how historical philosophies, from Aristotle to Confucius, laid the foundation for our modern interpretation of this principle. It also highlighted the evolution of consequences as seen through shifts in justice systems and corporate accountability. By reflecting on these interconnected ideas, we can see that our daily choices shape not only our own lives, but also the broader society in which we live. Integrating the concept of consequence into one's life requires mindfulness and a proactive approach to decision-making. In personal growth, this means understanding the long-term effects of habits and routines to make healthier choices. Professionally, it involves considering the broader implications of actions on teams and organizations. Emphasizing the importance of education in instilling a sense of responsibility from a young age prepares future generations to navigate life's complexities with ethical discernment. Ultimately, embracing a consequence-focused mindset contributes to a fulfilling life and promotes a more harmonious society. Chapter 2. The Ripple Effect. How small actions have big impacts. Small actions can often have a profound impact, shaping outcomes in ways that are not immediately apparent. Our daily choices and behaviors, no matter how insignificant they may appear, can set off a chain reaction of events and influence others around us. This chapter delves into the concept known as the ripple effect, which posits that even minor actions can lead to significant long-term effects. Through various real-world examples and case studies, readers will be encouraged to consider the broader consequences of their everyday actions and recognize the potential for meaningful change embedded within simple gestures. Within this narrative, the chapter will explore diverse scenarios where small acts have ignited substantial transformations. It will examine instances such as offering a colleague a compliment, which can boost confidence and enhance workplace dynamics, or an individual's commitment to recycling, inspiring community-wide environmental consciousness. The chapter also addresses the role of social media in amplifying messages and the significance of mentorship in shaping careers. By presenting these examples, the aim is to underscore the importance of mindfulness in our daily lives and demonstrate how seemingly trivial actions can contribute to positive changes in personal, professional, and communal spheres. Case studies of small actions leading to major changes. In our everyday lives, small actions can create significant transformations, often in ways we might not immediately recognize. The ripple effect of our minor deeds can influence others and set off a chain of positive changes. This chapter aims to highlight real-world examples where seemingly insignificant actions have led to substantial impacts, reinforcing the idea that no action is too small to matter. One such instance is the power of a simple compliment at work. Imagine a scenario where you praise a colleague for their presentation. This small act of kindness can have lasting effects. A compliment can boost your colleague's confidence, encouraging them to contribute more significantly in future projects. Over time, this increased participation can enhance team morale and productivity, ultimately benefiting the entire organization. In this way, a single kind word serves as a catalyst for broader change within a professional setting. Similarly, consider the impact of individual efforts towards environmental sustainability. When one person in a neighborhood starts recycling diligently, it can inspire others to follow suit. Observing a neighbor's commitment to sorting waste and using recycling bins can motivate more residents to adopt similar behaviors. Gradually, what started as the initiative of a single individual can grow into a community-wide movement, promoting environmental consciousness and reducing collective waste. Studies have shown that community pro-environmental behavior can be significantly influenced by the presence of convenient and efficient infrastructure. This example underlines how small steps taken by an individual can lead to large-scale changes in community practices. The influence of social media cannot be overlooked when discussing the ripple effect of small actions. A single post on social media can raise awareness about pressing social issues and rally extensive community support. For instance, a tweet or Facebook post highlighting an important cause can go viral, reaching thousands or even millions of people. This widespread visibility can attract attention from media outlets and influencers, amplifying the message further. As a result, what began as a solitary post can blossom into a powerful movement, driving significant social change. Social media platforms thus serve as effective tools for individuals to create meaningful impacts through minimal effort. Another profound example is the power of mentorship. A simple conversation between a mentor and mentee can alter the trajectory of a young professional's career. Suppose a mentor encourages their mentee to pursue a passion project. This advice might seem trivial at the moment, but it can ignite a spark within the mentee, empowering them to take bold steps towards their goals. Over time, this newfound drive can lead to remarkable achievements and career advancements. The mentor's guidance, although a small gesture, fosters growth and transformation in the mentee's professional life. Psychological underpinnings of the ripple effect. The psychological mechanisms behind why small actions can have significant consequences are deeply rooted in the way our brains process and react to information. One of the primary reasons individuals often underestimate the impact of their actions is due to cognitive biases. Cognitive biases are systematic patterns of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment, meaning that people tend to make decisions or take actions based on preconceived notions, rather than on objective evidence. For instance, the confirmation bias leads people to favor information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs, potentially ignoring the far-reaching effects of their minor actions. Additionally, the negativity bias suggests that negative experiences or information have a more profound effect on individuals than positive ones, making them less likely to recognize the potential positivity generated by their small positive actions. People also tend to mimic behaviors they observe in others, which can lead to a ripple effect of actions. This phenomenon, known as social contagion, illustrates how behaviors, attitudes, and emotions can spread through groups of people much like a virus. For example, if an individual sees a colleague exhibiting kindness or generosity, they are more likely to adopt similar behaviors themselves. This chain reaction can create a culture of positivity within an organization or community. The mirror neuron system, which activates when we observe others performing an action, plays a crucial role in this mimicry. These neurons help us understand and replicate the actions of others, fostering a chain reaction of similar behaviors throughout a group. Positive emotions are another key factor that can influence group dynamics and collective moods. Emotions such as happiness, enthusiasm, and gratitude often have a contagious quality, spreading from person to person. When one individual exhibits a positive emotion, it can uplift the mood of others around them, creating a more harmonious and productive environment. This concept is particularly relevant in professional settings, where the morale and emotional state of employees can significantly impact organizational outcomes. Positive emotions can enhance cooperation, increase motivation, and improve overall job satisfaction, leading to a more effective and cohesive team. Moreover, when people act against their values, they experience discomfort, known as cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance occurs when there is a conflict between an individual's beliefs and their actions, causing psychological stress. To alleviate this discomfort, individuals are motivated to align their future actions with their core values and beliefs. For instance, if someone who values honesty tells a lie, they may feel guilty or uneasy. This feeling of discomfort can prompt them to make amends and ensure that their future behavior aligns more closely with their ethical standards. Reflective journaling can be an effective tool for exploring these decisions and their potential consequences. By writing about their experiences and reflecting on their actions, individuals can gain deeper insights into their behavior and identify ways to align their actions with their values more consistently. Incorporating mindfulness practices into daily routines can also help individuals become more aware of their actions and their broader implications. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment and paying attention to one's thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can develop a greater awareness of how their small actions may affect others and the environment around them. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, and mindful observation can enhance present moment awareness and encourage more thoughtful decision-making. Scenario mapping can be a valuable method for visualizing the potential outcomes of various actions. This technique involves creating different scenarios based on possible actions and examining the likely consequences of each scenario. By mapping out these potential outcomes, individuals can make more informed decisions and choose actions that align with their desired goals and values. For instance, a leader might use scenario mapping to evaluate the potential impact of implementing a new policy within their organization, considering both short-term and long-term effects. Feedback loops are another essential mechanism for understanding the impact of small actions. Seeking feedback from others provides valuable insights into how one's actions are perceived and their subsequent effects. Constructive feedback helps individuals identify areas for improvement and reinforces positive behaviors. Regularly requesting feedback from colleagues, friends, or mentors can facilitate continuous personal growth and development, ensuring that small actions contribute positively to long-term goals. It is important to acknowledge that while cognitive biases, mimicry, and emotional contagion play significant roles in amplifying the effects of small actions, these mechanisms operate within a complex web of social interactions and individual differences. For example, the extent to which positive emotions are contagious can vary depending on the context and the relationships between individuals. Similarly, the impact of cognitive dissonance may differ based on the strength of one's values and the specific circumstances surrounding the conflicting action. Throughout this chapter, we've delved into the profound ripple effects that minor actions can have on larger outcomes. We've seen through various case studies how simple gestures like compliments, recycling efforts, social media posts, And mentorship can lead to significant changes in professional environments, communities, and individual lives. These examples underline the importance of recognizing the potential each small action holds, not just for immediate impact, but for long-term transformation as well. Understanding the psychological mechanisms behind these ripple effects further emphasizes their significance. Cognitive biases, social contagion, positive emotions, and feedback loops all contribute to how our actions influence others and shape broader dynamics. By being mindful of these processes and adopting practices like scenario mapping, mindfulness, and seeking feedback, individuals can make more intentional and impactful choices. This awareness encourages a deeper appreciation for the power of small actions and their ability to foster meaningful change in both personal and professional spheres. Chapter 3: Intention Matters: The Role of Mindful Decision-Making. Making decisions with intention and mindfulness is crucial in today's fast-paced world. Living mindfully means being fully aware of the present moment, which includes recognizing our thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations. This heightened awareness enables us to make choices that align with our values and long-term goals, rather than acting on impulse or habit. By cultivating intentionality in decision-making, we can navigate through life with a sense of clarity and purpose, ultimately leading to personal growth and professional success. This chapter explores various mindfulness practices designed to enhance your decision-making abilities. From meditation techniques that promote emotional stability and mental clarity, to reflective journaling that uncovers hidden patterns in your choices, each method offers unique benefits. You'll also learn about mindful breathing exercises for grounding yourself in stressful situations and visualization techniques to assess potential outcomes of your decisions. These practical strategies, when integrated into your daily routine, can help you make more thoughtful and deliberate choices. Additionally, we'll discuss how leaders can apply these practices within organizational settings to foster a culture of intentionality and mindfulness, benefiting both individuals and teams. Mindfulness practices to enhance decision-making. In our fast-paced world, making intentional and mindful decisions is a skill that can significantly impact personal growth and professional success. Mindfulness, an ancient practice rooted in meditation and awareness, serves as a fundamental tool for guiding decision-making with clarity and intention. Meditation techniques. Practicing meditation provides a solid foundation for mindfulness by reducing emotional reactivity and promoting mental clarity. Regular meditation encourages individuals to take a step back from stressful situations and view them with greater emotional distance. For instance, daily sitting meditation, where one sits comfortably and focuses on their breath, helps calm the mind and allows for more thoughtful consideration of choices. Body scan meditation, another technique, involves lying down and focusing attention on each part of the body. This practice enhances awareness of physical sensations, often linked to emotional states, aiding in informed decision-making. As meditation strengthens attentional control and reduces stress, it becomes easier to approach decisions rationally rather than impulsively. Journaling for reflection. Another powerful tool in mindful decision-making is reflective journaling. Writing down thoughts and experiences creates a tangible record that helps illuminate the motives behind one's choices. By recording daily reflections, individuals can identify patterns in their decision-making processes that may lead to unintended consequences. For example, consistently noting feelings of anxiety or rush before important decisions might reveal a habit of making hurried choices under pressure. Through this awareness, individuals can address underlying issues and cultivate more intentional habits. Journaling also provides a space to explore hypothetical scenarios and outcomes, allowing for preemptive reflection on potential decisions. Mindful breathing. Breathing exercises are essential for grounding oneself in the present moment. Controlled breathing techniques calm the mind and create space for thoughtful reflection. By focusing on deep, slow breaths, individuals can regulate their emotional responses and recognize bodily signals tied to emotions such as stress or excitement. For example, when faced with a significant decision, taking a few minutes to engage in mindful breathing can help dissipate anxiety and bring about a clearer state of mind. This practice ensures that decisions are made from a place of calmness and clarity, rather than being clouded by immediate emotional reactions. Visualization techniques. Visualization is a proactive method for assessing potential consequences of decisions. By vividly imagining different future scenarios, individuals can explore various paths before committing to one. This technique uses active imagination to simulate possible outcomes and evaluate their impact. For instance, an individual considering a career change might visualize themselves in different roles, experiencing the day-to-day realities and emotional satisfaction each position offers. This mental rehearsal helps in identifying the most fulfilling and practical option. Visualization also enhances creativity and problem-solving abilities, as it encourages thinking beyond immediate circumstances and considering long-term effects. Integrating these mindfulness practices into daily routines can make a significant difference. Meditation can be practiced at the start or end of the day, providing a structured moment for grounding oneself. Journaling can be incorporated as a nightly ritual, allowing for reflection on the day's decisions and fostering insight into recurring patterns. Mindful breathing can be utilized during stressful moments throughout the day, serving as a quick reset button to regain composure. Visualization exercises can be scheduled as part of weekly planning sessions, enabling thorough consideration of upcoming decisions. To maximize the benefits of mindfulness in decision-making, consistency is key. Practicing these techniques regularly ensures that they become ingrained habits, naturally influencing every choice made. Over time, mindfulness fosters a deeper connection between one's actions and values, leading to decisions that align more closely with personal and professional goals. In addition to personal development, professionals and leaders can apply these mindfulness strategies within organizational settings. Encouraging team members to adopt meditation, journaling, breathing exercises, and visualization can enhance collective decision-making processes. A company that promotes mindfulness cultivates an environment where employees feel empowered to make thoughtful, intentional choices. This not only improves individual well-being, but also positively impacts team dynamics and corporate culture. Research supports the effectiveness of mindfulness practices across various contexts. Studies have shown that meditation can reduce job burnout, improve attention, and enhance emotional balance. Visualization techniques are particularly beneficial for maintaining focus and achieving goals, as demonstrated by their frequent use in sports psychology to enhance athletic performance. Reflective journaling is widely recognized for its ability to promote self-awareness and emotional intelligence, attributes crucial for effective leadership. Mindfulness is not just a personal endeavor, but a collective journey toward more conscious living and working. By embracing these practices, individuals and organizations alike can foster a culture of intentionality and awareness, leading to more thoughtful, ethical, and impactful decision-making. Incorporating mindfulness into daily life and professional environments involves simple yet transformative steps. Begin with small, manageable practices, such as a 5-minute morning meditation or a brief evening journaling session. Gradually increase the duration and complexity of these activities as they become more familiar and comfortable. Encourage colleagues and team members to join in, creating opportunities for shared mindfulness practices, such as group meditations or collaborative reflection sessions. Balancing emotion and rationality in choices. To make decisions that are both insightful and effective, it is essential to understand the complex interplay between emotional responses and rational thought. In doing so, we can adopt a balanced approach that integrates our feelings with logical reasoning, leading to more intentional and mindful decision-making. Understanding emotional triggers. One crucial aspect of making informed decisions involves recognizing the emotions that influence our choices. Emotional triggers are external or internal stimuli that evoke strong emotional reactions, often without conscious awareness. For example, receiving criticism at work may trigger feelings of anger or defensiveness, which can significantly impact how one responds to feedback. By identifying these triggers, individuals can gain better control over their emotional responses. Identifying emotional triggers starts with self-awareness. Keeping a journal to note moments when emotions run high can be incredibly useful. For instance, if you're feeling anxious every time you have to speak publicly, jotting down your thoughts before and after speaking can help pinpoint what exactly triggers this anxiety. This process allows for greater understanding of specific emotions and helps in managing them effectively. Recognizing these triggers is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them to make more grounded decisions. Practicing self-regulation. Once emotional triggers are identified, the next step is practicing self-regulation. Self-regulation involves techniques that help manage emotional responses, encouraging a pause before reacting impulsively. One effective technique is deep breathing. Taking slow, deep breaths can calm the mind and body, creating space for rational thinking to emerge. Another method is grounding, which involves focusing on physical sensations, like the feel of your feet on the ground or the texture of an object in your hand. These techniques can redirect attention away from overwhelming emotions and back toward a state of equilibrium. For example, imagine a manager faced with an irate employee. Practicing self-regulation by taking a moment to breathe deeply can prevent a reactive outburst and allow for a calmer, more measured response. This pause can make all the difference, enabling the manager to address the issue constructively rather than escalating conflict. The role of logic. While emotions play a significant role in decision-making, rational assessments are equally vital. Rational thought processes involve evaluating the pros and cons of potential choices based on facts and logical reasoning. This analytical approach provides clarity and helps anchor decisions in reality, reducing the risk of impulsivity driven by unchecked emotions. Consider a person deciding whether to accept a job offer in another city. An emotional response might focus on the excitement of a new opportunity or the fear of leaving familiar surroundings. A rational assessment, however, would look at factors like salary, career prospects, cost of living, and personal growth opportunities. By laying out these elements logically, the individual can make a decision that considers both emotional and practical aspects. Integrative decision-making. True wisdom in decision-making comes from merging emotional insights with rational evaluation. This integrative approach ensures that neither emotional impulses nor detached logic alone dictates choices. Instead, it fosters a well-rounded perspective that values both feelings and factual analysis. For instance, when a team leader has to decide on a project direction, they might consider both the technical feasibility, rational evaluation, and the team's morale and enthusiasm for the project, emotional insight. By integrating these considerations, the leader can choose a path that is not only achievable, but also motivates the team, resulting in higher engagement and better outcomes. Incorporating emotional insights adds depth to decisions, acknowledging the human element that purely logical reasoning might overlook. Emotional insights bring awareness to unspoken needs and values, enriching the decision-making process. Conversely, rational evaluation grounds these insights in reality, ensuring that decisions are feasible and aligned with long-term goals. Practical steps for balanced decision-making. Pause and reflect. Before making a decision, take a moment to pause and reflect. Use this time to consider both your emotional responses and the logical aspects of the situation. List pros and cons. Write down the pros and cons of each option. This exercise helps in organizing thoughts and provides a clear picture of potential outcomes. Seek diverse perspectives. Consult trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues to gain different viewpoints. Their input can reveal blind spots and broaden your understanding. Visualize outcomes. Imagine the potential outcomes of each decision. Visualization can help assess the emotional impact and practical ramifications, guiding you toward a choice that feels right and makes sense. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness exercises, such as meditation or mindful walking. These practices enhance awareness and reduce emotional reactivity, fostering a more balanced approach to decision-making. Real-life applications. Balanced decision-making has real-life applications across various contexts. In personal relationships, for example, integrating emotional empathy with rational boundaries can lead to healthier interactions. Understanding your partner's feelings, while also considering what is fair and reasonable, contributes to a more harmonious relationship. In professional settings, leaders who balance emotions with logic create positive work environments. For example, addressing an employee's concerns empathetically while also maintaining organizational policies shows both compassion and adherence to standards. This balance reinforces trust and respect within the team. Conclusion. Making decisions with intentionality and awareness is vital for both personal growth and professional success. Throughout this chapter, we explored various mindfulness practices, such as meditation, journaling, mindful breathing, and visualization techniques that can enhance clarity and reduce impulsivity in decision-making. By integrating these practices into daily routines, individuals can develop a habit of making choices that are well considered and aligned with their values and goals. This approach not only improves individual decision-making skills, but also fosters a mindful and supportive environment within professional settings. Consistency in practicing mindfulness techniques ensures they become second nature, naturally influencing every choice made. For professionals and leaders, adopting these strategies can empower team members to make thoughtful, intentional decisions, positively impacting team dynamics and corporate culture. Embracing mindfulness as part of daily life promotes a deeper connection between actions and values, leading to more ethical and impactful decision-making. By cultivating a culture of intentionality and awareness, both individuals and organizations can achieve greater success and fulfillment. Chapter 4. Ethics and Morality. Navigating Decisions in a Complex World. Ethical decision-making is a core aspect of human life that influences both personal satisfaction and social harmony. Delving into the intricate nature of ethics and morality, this chapter examines how individuals can navigate their choices to foster well-being for themselves and their communities. Ethical considerations play a pivotal role in daily interactions, affecting everything from professional relationships to societal norms. By understanding and applying ethical principles, one can make more informed and compassionate decisions, ultimately contributing to a more just and cohesive environment. In this chapter, readers will be introduced to 4 major ethical frameworks that shape moral reasoning: consequentialism, deontological ethics, virtue ethics, and ethical relativism. Each framework offers unique insights into what guides our actions and how we evaluate their impacts. Through exploration of these theories, the chapter unveils how different approaches can help balance individual duties with communal responsibilities, and how they influence both personal conduct and collective standards. Practical examples and case studies provide concrete illustrations of ethical dilemmas, encouraging thoughtful reflection on one's own decision-making processes. The goal is to equip readers with the tools to approach complex moral questions with clarity and empathy, fostering better personal and professional relationships, and enhancing community well-being. Ethical frameworks for everyday decisions. Navigating the complex terrain of ethical decision-making requires an understanding of various ethical frameworks that guide personal and communal well-being. This section introduces 4 major ethical theories: consequentialism, deontological ethics, virtue ethics, and ethical relativism, each offering unique perspectives on morality. First, let's explore consequentialism, a framework that evaluates the morality of actions based on their outcomes. Consequentialism posits that the goodness or badness of an action is determined by its results. For instance, if a person decides to donate money to charity, the action is considered good because it leads to positive outcomes for those in need. However, it's important to consider potential unintended negative consequences. What if the donation inadvertently supports administrative corruption within the charity? Thus, while aiming for beneficial end results, one must also be mindful of all possible repercussions. This perspective encourages individuals to think critically about the broader impacts of their choices, balancing immediate benefits with long-term consequences. In contrast, deontological ethics focuses on adherence to moral rules or principles, regardless of the outcomes. According to this view, actions are moral if they conform to established rules or duties. For example, telling the truth is considered morally right, even if it leads to negative consequences. A person might find themselves in a situation where telling a painful truth could hurt a friend. Despite the undesirable outcome, deontological ethics would argue that the duty to be truthful outweighs the result. This framework emphasizes the intrinsic value of ethical duties and the importance of acting according to principles such as honesty, fairness, and respect for persons. It also highlights the balance between personal duties and social obligations, underscoring that ethical living often involves prioritizing duty over convenience. Virtue ethics takes a different approach, advocating for the development of good character traits or virtues like honesty, courage, and compassion. Rather than focusing solely on rules or consequences, virtue ethics stresses the importance of cultivating a moral character. For instance, an honest person will naturally behave ethically in various situations because honesty is ingrained in their character. The impact of virtues on relationships is profound. Honesty fosters trust, while compassion enhances empathy and cooperation. Case studies reveal how individuals guided by virtues can navigate moral challenges. Consider a leader who demonstrates compassion during organizational layoffs, providing support to affected employees, thus maintaining morale and trust within the team. Virtue ethics suggests that a strong moral character not only leads to ethical actions, but also positively influences interpersonal dynamics and community well-being. Finally, ethical relativism explores the idea that morality varies across cultures and contexts, challenging the notion of absolute moral truths. This perspective acknowledges that what is considered morally right in one culture may be viewed differently in another. Ethical relativism encourages individuals to understand and respect cultural diversity in moral reasoning. For example, practices surrounding marriage, dietary restrictions, or business ethics differ widely across societies, reflecting varied moral landscapes. By recognizing these differences, readers are urged to reflect on their cultural biases and engage in more empathetic and informed decision-making. Ethical relativism broadens our understanding of morality, emphasizing that ethical decisions are often shaped by cultural norms and values, and promoting tolerance and open-mindedness in a globalized world. Understanding these ethical frameworks enhances our ability to navigate moral dilemmas in daily life. Consequentialism teaches us to weigh outcomes thoughtfully, ensuring that our actions lead to the greatest good while mitigating harm. Deontological ethics underscores the necessity of adhering to moral principles, highlighting the value of integrity and consistency. Virtue ethics reminds us of the importance of developing a strong moral character, fostering virtues that enrich our lives and relationships. Ethical relativism expands our awareness of cultural influences on morality, promoting inclusivity and respect for diverse perspectives. Impact of moral considerations on relationships and community. Trust and integrity are fundamental components of ethical decision-making that significantly influence both personal and professional relationships. In everyday interactions, our moral choices often test and define the levels of trust we can establish with others. For instance, consider a workplace scenario where an employee faces the choice of taking responsibility for a mistake or shifting the blame to avoid repercussions. Choosing honesty may initially seem daunting, but ultimately reinforces the bonds of trust within the team. Studies show that there is a strong correlation between ethical behavior and relationship satisfaction. According to Overton and Lowry, environments characterized by mutual respect and communication trust are essential for effective conflict resolution and maintaining integrity in relationships. Empathy and compassion play crucial roles in understanding others' perspectives during ethical decision-making processes. When individuals take the time to comprehend the emotions and situations of others, they are better equipped to make compassionate choices that can transform conflicts into resolutions. For example, in a community meeting discussing resource allocation, empathetic listening allows participants to acknowledge each other's concerns and find a middle ground. Practical exercises to cultivate empathy include active listening techniques, such as reflecting on what the other person is saying and asking open-ended questions to encourage deeper conversations. By practicing these skills, individuals can enhance their ability to empathize, leading to more ethical decisions that consider the well-being of all parties involved. The impact of individual ethical decisions extends beyond personal relationships to shape the broader community. Each person's actions create ripple effects that influence communal standards and values. For instance, a community member who consistently engages in environmentally responsible practices, such as recycling and reducing waste, sets a positive example for others, thereby fostering a culture of sustainability. Collective moral actions, like organizing community cleanup events or advocating for social justice, can significantly shape the character and values of a community. Community accountability mechanisms, such as neighborhood watch programs or local councils, also play a critical role in ensuring that ethical standards are upheld, promoting a sense of shared responsibility and collective well-being. Conflict resolution is another area where ethical considerations are paramount. Disputes often arise from misunderstandings or conflicting interests, and addressing these issues requires a framework grounded in ethical negotiation. One effective approach is to establish a safe environment for dialogue, where all parties feel respected and heard. This can be achieved through neutral settings, sufficient time for discussion, and clear communication of intentions. Acknowledging each person's perspective and collaboratively seeking solutions can lead to more meaningful and lasting resolutions. Ethical negotiation emphasizes transparency, fairness, and mutual respect, which are essential for resolving conflicts without compromising the integrity of the relationships involved. A case study in workplace ethics provides a practical illustration of navigating ethical conflicts in professional environments. Imagine a scenario where an employee discovers that a colleague has been falsifying reports to meet performance targets. Addressing this issue requires a delicate balance between maintaining professional integrity and managing interpersonal relationships. The concerned employee might first seek to understand the reasons behind the colleague's actions, and then engage in a private and respectful conversation to discuss the implications of this behavior. If the situation cannot be resolved internally, involving a third-party mediator could help facilitate an unbiased resolution, ensuring that ethical standards are upheld while minimizing potential harm to the workplace dynamics. Another relevant case study pertains to social media responsibilities and ethical considerations in online behaviors. In today's digital age, the impact of our online actions can be far-reaching. For instance, sharing false information or engaging in cyberbullying not only affects the individuals directly involved, but also contributes to a toxic online environment. Ethical decision-making in this context involves critically evaluating the content we post and share, being mindful of the potential consequences, and promoting positive and respectful interactions. Encouraging digital literacy and ethical guidelines for online conduct can help mitigate negative behaviors and foster a healthier virtual community. Consumer choices represent yet another domain where ethical considerations are crucial. Every purchasing decision we make carries ethical implications, from the environmental impact of products to the labor conditions under which they were made. For example, choosing to buy from companies that demonstrate sustainable practices and fair labor policies supports ethical business models and encourages industry-wide change. Educating consumers about the ethical dimensions of their purchases empowers them to make informed choices that align with their values, contributing to a more just and responsible marketplace. Environmental ethics highlight the importance of balancing personal convenience with global responsibility. Individuals often face daily choices that affect the environment, such as using single-use plastics or opting for reusable alternatives. While the former may offer convenience, the latter reflects a commitment to reducing environmental harm and preserving natural resources for future generations. By prioritizing ethical considerations in these decisions, individuals can contribute to mitigating climate change and promoting ecological well-being. Public awareness campaigns and educational initiatives can further support this shift by providing practical tips and encouraging sustainable practices. This chapter has delved into the ethical dimensions of decision-making, emphasizing how various frameworks impact both personal and communal well-being. We explored consequentialism, which evaluates actions based on their outcomes, urging thoughtful consideration of both immediate and long-term consequences. Deontological ethics emphasized adherence to moral rules or principles, highlighting the importance of integrity and consistency. Virtue ethics focused on cultivating good character traits like honesty and compassion, showing how virtues enrich relationships and communities. Ethical relativism broadened our understanding by recognizing that morality can vary across cultures, promoting tolerance and open-mindedness. Understanding these ethical theories enhances our ability to navigate moral dilemmas in everyday life. By weighing outcomes, adhering to principles, fostering virtues, and respecting cultural differences, we become more equipped to make informed and compassionate decisions. These frameworks not only guide us in resolving conflicts, but also help shape a more ethical and inclusive society. As we internalize these concepts, they influence our actions and interactions, contributing to personal growth and strengthening the bonds within our communities. Chapter 5. Personal Responsibility: Owning Your Choices. Taking ownership of one's choices is a fundamental aspect of personal growth and healthier relationships. Recognizing our role in the consequences of our actions enables us to shift from a passive to an active stance in life, fostering resilience and accountability. This chapter delves into the psychological underpinnings of responsibility, examining how our mental frameworks influence our perception and acceptance of accountability. By understanding the cognitive and emotional processes that shape our reactions to responsibility, we can learn to navigate challenges with greater clarity and intention. Throughout this chapter, readers will explore various theories and approaches that shed light on the complexities of personal responsibility. The discussion includes insights from relational frame theory, RFT, and acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, highlighting the importance of context and psychological flexibility. Practical examples illustrate how embracing responsibility can lead to meaningful action rather than avoidance behaviors. Additionally, the chapter emphasizes the importance of recognizing external factors and shared responsibilities, which contribute to a balanced perspective on accountability. By the end, readers will have a nuanced understanding of how owning their choices can drive personal improvement and foster ethical living within both personal and professional realms. The psychology of responsibility. Understanding how we perceive personal responsibility is pivotal in shaping our actions and their subsequent impacts. Our mental framework, consisting of beliefs, attitudes, and cognitive processes, plays a significant role in this perception. The relational frame theory, RFT, posits that human behavior is deeply influenced by language and cognition, which are context-dependent and shaped by interactions with our environment. This theory underscores that the way we connect events through language can transform our perspective on responsibility. One aspect to consider is the universality of pain and discomfort in life. Acceptance and commitment. Therapy, ACT, highlight that experiences such as pain, grief, and anxiety are inevitable. Instead of avoiding these emotions, ACT encourages embracing them and pursuing meaningful actions aligned with one's values. This approach fosters psychological flexibility, allowing individuals to navigate challenges without shirking responsibility. For instance, a professional facing a stressful project may choose to acknowledge their anxieties and still commit to completing tasks effectively, rather than opting for avoidance behaviors like procrastination. Our cognitive processes also influence how we interpret and react to situations requiring responsibility. Cognitive fusion, where thoughts are taken as literal truths, often leads to distorted perceptions of responsibility. Conversely, cognitive diffusion, or stepping back from thoughts, enables more objective evaluation of circumstances. For example, an individual might believe they are solely to blame for a team failure, but by practicing cognitive diffusion, they can recognize external factors and shared responsibilities, leading to a more balanced and accurate assessment. Contextualism, another cornerstone of RFT, emphasizes understanding psychological events within the entirety of their historical and environmental context. This perspective helps individuals see their actions as part of a broader interaction with their surroundings. When considering responsibility, it means recognizing how past experiences and current environments shape our responses. For instance, cultural norms and societal expectations influence our sense of accountability. Growing up in a community that values collective responsibility can foster a stronger inclination towards owning one's actions and their outcomes. The mental framework we adopt can either facilitate or hinder our acceptance of responsibility. Those who avoid acknowledging their role in adverse outcomes may engage in denial or blame shifting, eroding trust and relationships. On the other hand, embracing responsibility, even for mistakes, opens pathways for growth and improved relationships. Consider a leader who admits to an oversight in strategy. This not only builds credibility, but also promotes a culture of transparency and learning within the organization. Moreover, the impact of accepting versus avoiding responsibility extends to personal growth. Recognizing one's role in various outcomes empowers individuals to make informed changes in behavior and decision-making processes. For instance, a person who accepts responsibility for unhealthy lifestyle choices is more likely to take proactive steps towards better health, compared to someone who denies their contribution to the issue. In professional settings, cultivating a mindset of responsibility can significantly enhance team dynamics and corporate culture. Leaders who demonstrate accountability inspire their teams to do the same, fostering a collaborative and ethical work environment. This is particularly relevant in decision-making processes where individual actions have far-reaching consequences. Encouraging open discussions about responsibilities and expected outcomes can lead to more thoughtful and deliberate decision-making. Personal responsibility is not merely about acknowledging one's actions, but also involves understanding the broader implications of these actions. It requires a proactive stance towards self-improvement and ethical living. By considering the interplay between our cognitive frameworks, environmental contexts, and emotional experiences, we can better grasp the nuances of responsibility and its impact on our lives. Strategies for cultivating personal accountability. Personal accountability is a cornerstone of personal growth and healthier relationships. It involves taking responsibility for one's actions and behaviors, without resorting to excuses or blaming others. This section will provide readers with practical approaches to fostering a mindset and practice of personal accountability in everyday life. Setting clear intentions. One of the first steps toward personal accountability is setting clear intentions. When you establish what you aim to achieve, it becomes easier to hold yourself accountable. Clear intentions act as a roadmap, guiding your decisions and actions. Define your goals precisely, whether they relate to your professional career, personal development, or relationships. For instance, if you aim to improve communication with your partner, be specific about how you plan to do this, perhaps by committing to active listening and regular check-ins. Setting these clear intentions provides a framework within which to measure your progress and assess your adherence to personal accountability. Regular self-assessment. Engaging in regular self-assessment is another vital approach. Self-assessment allows you to reflect on your actions and their consequences objectively. By reviewing your daily activities and decisions, you can identify patterns or behaviors that need adjustment. This practice not only enhances self-awareness, but also supports emotional regulation. For example, journaling at the end of each day about your achievements and shortcomings can provide insights into your strengths and areas for improvement. This honest reflection helps you understand the impact of your actions on yourself and others, reinforcing your commitment to personal accountability. Seeking feedback from others. Feedback from others plays a crucial role in fostering accountability. Often others can offer perspectives that we might overlook due to our biases or blind spots. Actively seeking constructive criticism from trusted friends, family members, or colleagues can provide valuable insights into how your actions are perceived and their effects. For instance, after completing a project at work, asking a colleague for feedback on your performance can help you learn areas where you can improve. This openness to feedback demonstrates your willingness to grow and adapt, essential components of personal accountability. Practicing transparency. Transparency in your actions and decisions is fundamental to accountability. Being open about your intentions and the reasons behind your choices builds trust and encourages a culture of honesty. When you make a mistake, owning up to it rather than hiding or deflecting blame fosters an environment of integrity. For example, if you missed a deadline at work, instead of making excuses, acknowledge the lapse, explain the circumstances, and outline your plan to prevent it from happening again. Practicing transparency ensures that you remain truthful to yourself and others, reinforcing your commitment to accountability. Creating accountability partnerships. Forming accountability partnerships can significantly enhance your efforts. An accountability partner is someone who supports you in achieving your goals while holding you responsible for your commitments. This mutual relationship involves regular check-ins to discuss progress, setbacks, and strategies for improvement. For example, if you're trying to adopt a new exercise routine, having a friend who shares similar fitness goals can motivate both of you to stay on track. These partnerships create a support system where both parties benefit from shared responsibility and encouragement. Using accountability tools. Leveraging tools designed to aid accountability can also be beneficial. Various apps and planners are available to help track commitments, set reminders, and monitor progress. For instance, project management software like Trello or Asana can help you organize tasks, set deadlines, and visually track your progress. Using such tools minimizes the chances of forgetting responsibilities and encourages consistent follow-through, thereby bolstering your practice of accountability. Maintaining a growth mindset. Cultivating a growth mindset is essential for embracing accountability. A growth mindset promotes the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This perspective encourages you to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. For example, if you face criticism at work, instead of feeling demoralized, consider it a chance to learn and improve. Embracing a growth mindset helps you stay resilient and motivated, recognizing that accountability is a path to continual self-improvement. Balancing compassion with accountability. While it's important to be stringent about holding yourself accountable, it's equally critical to balance this with self-compassion. Understand that everyone makes mistakes, and that failure is often part of the learning process. Being too harsh on yourself can lead to discouragement and burnout. Instead, adopt a balanced approach where you acknowledge mistakes, reflect on them, and commit to doing better without excessive self-criticism. For instance, if you miss a workout session, don't dwell on it negatively. Instead, plan how you'll make up for it and move forward positively. This compassionate approach maintains your mental well-being while reinforcing accountability. Setting realistic expectations. Another key element is setting realistic expectations for yourself. Overcommitting or setting unattainable goals can lead to frustration and hinder your practice of accountability. Be honest about your capabilities and limitations when planning tasks. For instance, if you know you have limited time due to work and family commitments, setting a goal to read a book a week may be unrealistic. Instead, aim for reading a chapter a day, which is more manageable and achievable. Setting realistic expectations ensures that you can consistently meet your commitments, thereby enhancing your sense of accountability. Revisiting and adjusting goals. Finally, revisiting and adjusting your goals regularly ensures they remain relevant and attainable. Circumstances change, and what's realistic today may not be tomorrow. Periodically reviewing and modifying your goals keeps them aligned with your current situation and aspirations. For example, if you initially set a goal to run a marathon, but later find it challenging due to time constraints or physical limitations, adjust your goal to participating in shorter races or focusing on consistent weekly running. This flexibility allows you to maintain momentum and accountability without feeling overwhelmed. Throughout this chapter, we have explored the significance of personal responsibility and its profound impact on our lives. By understanding how our mental frameworks influence our actions, we recognize that accepting responsibility is a vital step towards personal growth and healthier relationships. Concepts like cognitive diffusion and contextualism help us see beyond immediate reactions, allowing for a broader perspective that acknowledges both individual and shared responsibilities. Embracing these ideas encourages a more balanced approach to handling life's challenges, fostering psychological flexibility and resilience. Furthermore, embracing personal responsibility positively affects both personal and professional spheres. Owning our actions, even when they lead to mistakes, paves the way for learning and improvement. In organizational settings, leaders who model accountability can inspire their teams, contributing to a culture where ethical decision-making and collaboration thrive. By setting clear intentions, engaging in regular self-assessment, and remaining open to feedback, individuals can cultivate a mindset of accountability. This proactive stance not only enhances personal development, but also supports the creation of trusting and transparent relationships, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and ethically sound life. Chapter 6. The Social Web: Understanding Collective Consequences. Understanding the impact of individual actions in a social context is fundamental to comprehending the broader consequences on society. This chapter delves into how our personal decisions are influenced by social environments and peer interactions, highlighting the significance of collective behavior. It examines the powerful role of conformity, illustrating how people's choices often mirror those around them to achieve acceptance and avoid conflict. The concept extends beyond mere preferences to behaviors and practices that shape societal norms, creating ripple effects that influence both positive and negative outcomes within various communities and settings. The discussions within this chapter provide a detailed analysis of social accountability, showcasing how community presence encourages ethical decision-making and mutual respect. It also explores the crucial role of positive role models and mentors in guiding individuals towards responsible behavior, thereby reinforcing social values. Additionally, the chapter addresses the formation of feedback loops within groups, emphasizing the cyclic reinforcement of both beneficial and harmful behaviors. By understanding these dynamics, readers will gain insight into resisting negative influences and fostering environments where ethical conduct prevails. These themes underscore the interconnectedness of personal responsibility within larger social frameworks, offering practical examples and historical precedents to illustrate the profound effects of collective actions. Role of social influence in decision-making. In understanding the interconnectedness of individual actions and their collective consequences, it's imperative to consider how social contexts and peer interactions shape decision-making. These factors play a significant role in influencing individual behavior, often leading to amplified effects on society as a whole. Conformity exerts a powerful influence over individual decisions. People tend to align their choices with those of their peers, striving for acceptance and trying to avoid conflict. This tendency is not merely about adopting similar preferences or opinions. It extends to behaviors and practices that collectively shape societal norms. For instance, if the majority in a group adopts a specific ethical standard, individuals within that group are likely to conform to that standard to maintain social harmony. This phenomenon can be observed in various settings, from workplace cultures to school environments, where conformity can either reinforce positive behaviors or perpetuate negative ones. In both cases, the ripple effect of individual conformity can lead to widespread societal impacts. Social accountability arises when the presence of a community creates a sense of responsibility in decision-making. When people know their actions are being observed by others, they are more likely to make ethical and considerate choices. This mechanism fosters healthier societal structures by promoting transparency and mutual respect. For example, in a corporate setting, employees who feel accountable to their colleagues and superiors may strive to act ethically and responsibly, thereby contributing to a positive organizational culture. Similarly, in neighborhoods where residents hold each other accountable, community norms often reflect shared values, leading to safer and more cohesive environments. Positive role models and mentors significantly impact individual decision-making and behavior. Influential figures who demonstrate ethical decision-making and responsible behavior can inspire others to follow suit. These role models serve as tangible examples of how individual actions can align with broader social values. In educational settings, teachers and coaches who embody integrity and commitment can motivate students to pursue similar paths. Additionally, leaders in various fields who prioritize ethical considerations can set standards that resonate throughout their organizations and communities. By seeking out mentors and role models who exemplify these qualities, individuals can cultivate intentional living that aligns with their personal values and contributes positively to society. Collective actions within groups often create feedback loops that reinforce certain behaviors and outcomes. When a group collectively engages in specific actions, these behaviors become normalized and are likely to be repeated, creating cycles of reinforcement. This dynamic emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility within social frameworks. For instance, in environmental movements, when individuals within a community actively participate in recycling programs, their collective action can lead to significant environmental benefits. The success of these programs then reinforces the behavior, encouraging continued participation and fostering a culture of sustainability. Conversely, if negative behaviors are collectively reinforced, such as in groups where dishonesty or unethical practices are prevalent, these actions can become entrenched, perpetuating harmful cycles. Understanding this dynamic empowers individuals to resist negative influences. Recognizing the potential for conformity to perpetuate harmful norms allows people to critically assess their actions and make more deliberate choices that align with their values rather than yielding to peer pressure. This awareness can lead to greater autonomy and self-regulation, fostering environments where ethical behavior prevails. Recognizing the importance of social accountability also fosters collective ethical standards. When individuals are aware that their actions are subject to scrutiny by their peers, they are more likely to uphold high moral standards. This, in turn, encourages a culture of mutual respect and ethical behavior within communities and organizations. By valuing social accountability, societies can cultivate environments where individuals are motivated to act in ways that benefit the collective good. Seeking out mentors encourages intentional living, aligned with individual values. Positive role models provide guidance and inspiration, helping individuals navigate complex decision-making processes with integrity. By learning from the experiences and wisdom of mentors, people can avoid detrimental choices and adopt practices that contribute to their personal growth and societal well-being. Examples of collective consequences from history. The concept of collective actions and their far-reaching impact can be vividly illustrated through historical examples. One such example is the civil rights movement. During this period, the collective efforts of countless individuals led to monumental social change in the United States. The actions of everyday people, like Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat on a bus, or the Freedom Riders challenging segregation laws, culminated in significant legislative reforms, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Each act of courage contributed to a larger societal shift towards equality and justice. These collective actions demonstrate that individual efforts, when united by a shared goal, have the power to reshape society. Environmental movements offer another compelling example of the impact of grassroots action. From the first Earth Day in 1970, which sparked widespread environmental awareness, to more recent youth-led initiatives like Zero Hour and the school strikes for climate spearheaded by Greta Thunberg, collective actions have driven pivotal changes in legislation and conservation efforts. Groups of dedicated individuals campaigning for cleaner air, water, and other natural resources have managed to elevate environmental issues into public consciousness and political discourse. Highlighting these contributions underscores the importance of personal choices regarding sustainability and their potential to lead to substantial environmental impact. The global response to pandemics provides yet another example of how shared public health practices illustrate the consequences of collective response. During the COVID-19 pandemic, government measures and individual behaviors, such as wearing masks, maintaining social distance, and getting vaccinated, were critical in controlling the spread of the virus. However, the pandemic also highlighted asymmetrical effects on different constituencies, with varying levels of compliance and impact across political, geographic, and socioeconomic lines. Decisions made at the individual level regarding health behaviors were capable of either alleviating or exacerbating societal crises. This underscores the importance of personal responsibility in promoting a culture of collective welfare over individualism. Social media movements have rapidly become a powerful force for real-world change. Hashtags and online campaigns have mobilized individuals around social justice causes, leading to significant outcomes. For instance, the #MeToo movement saw millions of individuals sharing their experiences of sexual harassment and assault, which brought about a profound cultural shift and led to legal implications for many high-profile offenders. Similarly, the Black Lives Matter movement, amplified through social media, has had a significant impact on public discourse and policy regarding racial injustice. The viral nature of these movements highlights the speed at which individual actions can influence broader societal perceptions and behaviors, ultimately driving large-scale change. Understanding these cycles emphasizes personal responsibility and group dynamics. The interconnectedness of our choices becomes evident when examining history's transformative moments driven by collective action. It is thus essential to foster open conversations around actions and consequences to nurture ethical awareness. Encouraging discussions about the impacts of decisions can enhance communal bonds and moral accountability, creating an environment where individuals are more mindful of their actions while engaging in thoughtful dialogues with others. This cultivates a culture of transparency and ongoing learning within communities, ensuring that the effects of individual decisions are carefully considered within the broader social context. Establishing common ethical standards within communities can strengthen ties and promote cohesive action. When communities articulate their values clearly, they benefit from increased alignment in decision-making processes. This alignment fosters a sense of belonging and mutual responsibility among members, making it easier to pursue collective goals effectively. Clarifying shared aspirations also motivates individuals to act in ways that reflect the group's values, reinforcing positive behaviors and outcomes. By maintaining these shared values, communities can ensure that individual actions contribute constructively to the collective well-being. Creating robust support systems within communities can significantly enhance individual decision-making. Networks of encouragement and accountability help individuals stay committed to ethical choices, deterring negative behaviors while empowering members to hold each other accountable constructively. Supportive environments make it easier for individuals to navigate complex decisions, knowing they are backed by a community invested in mutual success. Engagement in local initiatives reinforces the importance of communal responsibility and the role of individual actions within the broader societal framework. Active involvement in community projects helps individuals understand how their contributions translate into collective outcomes, fostering a sense of belonging and accountability. Participating in local initiatives can make the abstract concept of collective impact more tangible, showing how individual actions ripple through the community and beyond. The chapter has explored how individual actions are influenced by social contexts and peer interactions, leading to broader societal consequences. By examining conformity, social accountability, role models, and feedback loops within groups, we see that personal choices are intricately linked to collective outcomes. Individual behavior, shaped by the desire for acceptance and the pressure to conform, significantly impacts societal norms. When people feel their actions are observed, they tend to make more ethical decisions, fostering healthier communities. Positive role models and mentors play a crucial role in guiding these decisions, illustrating the ripple effect of ethical behavior within society. Understanding the dynamics of collective action empowers individuals to critically assess their choices and resist harmful influences. Recognizing the potential for negative norms to be perpetuated through conformity encourages deliberate, value-aligned decision-making. Social accountability helps establish and maintain high ethical standards within communities and organizations, leading to mutual respect and constructive behaviors. Seeking guidance from mentors who embody positive qualities further supports personal growth and ethical living. These insights underscore the interconnectedness of our actions, highlighting the importance of individual responsibility in contributing to the greater good. Chapter 7: Empowering Positive Change: Tools for Ethical Leadership. Empowering positive change within the realms of leadership involves a keen understanding of ethical principles and their practical applications. Ethical leadership expands beyond mere rule-following, embodying a commitment to core values that inspire trust and integrity within an organization. The chapter delves into various tools and strategies designed to elevate one's capacity for ethical leadership. By adopting these tools, leaders can effectively guide their teams while fostering a culture of mutual respect and shared accountability. Within this chapter, readers will explore crucial characteristics that define ethical leadership, including integrity, empathy, accountability, and courage. It outlines how these traits influence decision-making and organizational culture, providing concrete examples to illustrate their impact. Furthermore, the chapter offers insights into creating a culture of accountability, emphasizing the importance of clear expectations, regular feedback, recognition, and a supportive environment for risk-taking. This comprehensive approach equips aspiring leaders with the knowledge and skills to make ethical decisions, drive positive change, and achieve sustainable success in their organizations. Key traits of ethical leaders. Ethical leadership is a multifaceted concept that interweaves a variety of characteristics to influence decision-making and organizational culture profoundly. One of the core attributes that underpin ethical leadership is integrity. Integrity encompasses a commitment to transparency and honesty, which are essential for building trust and confidence among team members. When leaders act with integrity, they uphold the truth and demonstrate consistency between their words and actions. This reliability fosters an environment where team members feel secure in their interactions, knowing that their leaders will deal fairly and honestly at all times. An example of this might be a leader who openly admits to mistakes and takes responsibility rather than shifting blame onto others. This behavior sets a standard for everyone within the organization to follow, promoting a collective effort towards maintaining honesty and accountability. Empathy is another vital characteristic of ethical leaders. Empathetic leaders prioritize understanding and valuing the perspectives of others, which promotes inclusivity and respect within the team. By actively listening to their team members, and considering their concerns, empathetic leaders create a supportive atmosphere where individuals feel heard and valued. This sense of inclusion can lead to higher morale and cohesiveness within the team. For instance, a leader who acknowledges the personal challenges faced by an employee and offers support demonstrates empathy. Such actions not only build stronger interpersonal relationships, but also encourage a culture of mutual respect and consideration, which is pivotal for ethical decision-making and fostering a positive work environment. Accountability is a cornerstone of ethical leadership, involving the responsibility of holding oneself and others accountable for actions and outcomes. Ethical leaders understand that accountability is crucial for cultivating a culture of ownership within the organization. This means creating systems where team members understand their roles and responsibilities clearly and are held accountable for meeting those expectations. An accountable leader leads by example, showing that even those at the top must adhere to the same standards as everyone else. This approach can significantly enhance the organization's overall efficiency and ethical behavior. For example, regular performance reviews and transparent appraisal mechanisms ensure that everyone is aware of their contributions and areas needing improvement. By doing so, leaders instill a sense of responsibility across the board, driving individuals to take initiative and excel in their roles. Courage is equally essential for ethical leaders, particularly when it comes to making tough decisions that align with their values, even in the face of adversity. Courageous leaders are willing to stand up for what is right, despite potential backlash or personal risk. This trait is critical for navigating ethical dilemmas, where the easy choice may not necessarily be the right one. A courageous leader might, for instance, choose to report unethical practices within the organization, despite the possibility of facing significant opposition or jeopardizing their position. This steadfastness ensures that the organization's values are upheld, reinforcing the ethical framework within which it operates. Courage in leadership often translates into long-term benefits for the organization, such as enhanced reputation and trustworthiness, which are invaluable in today's competitive and scrutinized business environments. Together, these characteristics, integrity, empathy, accountability, and courage, form the bedrock of ethical leadership. They not only guide individual behaviors, but also shape the broader organizational culture. Leaders who embody these traits set a powerful example for their teams, encouraging a ripple effect that promotes ethical behavior throughout the organization. The impact of these characteristics on decision-making cannot be overstated. Decisions made with integrity, empathy, accountability, and courage tend to be more inclusive, fair, and aligned with the organization's core values, contributing to sustainable success and a positive workplace culture. Moreover, these traits help leaders navigate complex situations more effectively. In challenging scenarios, leaders with integrity will seek honest solutions. Those with empathy will consider the human element. Accountability will ensure responsibilities are met, and courage will drive them to make difficult, yet necessary decisions. This comprehensive approach to leadership can address the multifaceted challenges organizations face today, from ethical dilemmas to maintaining a motivated workforce, creating a culture of accountability in organizations. In fostering a culture of accountability within organizations, leaders play a pivotal role. Their actions and attitudes set the tone for their teams, making it essential for them to model accountable behavior. To instill such a culture, there are several practical methods that can be employed. Establishing clear expectations is foundational for promoting accountability. Leaders must articulate specific, measurable goals and responsibilities for each team member. This clarity allows employees to understand what is expected of them and provides a benchmark against which performance can be measured. For instance, adopting the OKR, Objectives and Key Results method, helps in defining goals that are aligned with organizational priorities. When these objectives are transparent and well communicated, everyone knows their role in achieving broader business outcomes. This practice not only sets a standard, but also initiates a sense of ownership among team members as they clearly see how their efforts contribute to the organization's success. Regular feedback and communication further bolster an environment of accountability. Continual dialogue about performance ensures that individuals understand their contributions and areas where improvement is needed. Constructive feedback, delivered through regular check-ins or performance reviews, helps employees stay on track. It opens channels for honest conversations about achievements and challenges, reinforcing a mutual understanding between leaders and their teams. Employees feel valued and supported when feedback is consistent, which encourages them to take responsibility for their work and strive for excellence. It also enables leaders to identify and address issues promptly, averting potential misunderstandings and inefficiencies. Recognizing and rewarding accountability is another powerful method to reinforce desired behaviors. Implementing systems for acknowledgement, such as awards, bonuses, or public recognition, signals to employees that their dedication and commitment do not go unnoticed. Such practices not only motivate individual team members, but also create a ripple effect, encouraging others to emulate accountable behavior. For example, acknowledging an employee who consistently meets deadlines and takes proactive steps in their tasks can inspire peers to follow suit. This recognition underscores the value an organization places on accountability, cultivating a culture where positive behaviors are celebrated and aspired to. Creating a safe environment for failure is crucial for accountability to flourish. Leaders must establish a space where risks are allowed and failures are treated as learning opportunities rather than grounds for blame. When employees know they won't be penalized for mistakes, they are more likely to take initiative and innovate. This approach fosters a growth mindset, where the focus is on continuous improvement rather than perfection. An effective leader will encourage team members to share what went wrong and what can be learned from the experience, turning potential setbacks into valuable lessons. This kind of supportive atmosphere not only enhances problem-solving skills, but also reinforces trust within the team. By integrating these practices, establishing clear expectations, providing regular feedback, recognizing and rewarding accountability, and fostering a safe environment for failure, leaders can effectively cultivate a culture of accountability. Each method plays a distinct role in developing a workplace where individuals feel responsible for their actions and dedicated to organizational goals. Moreover, these methods collectively contribute to building a high-performance team. When expectations are clear, feedback is constructive, achievements are recognized, and there is no fear of retribution for honest mistakes, employees are more engaged and motivated. They are likely to perform at their best, knowing that their contributions matter, and that they are part of a supportive and forward-thinking environment. To bring this concept to life, let's consider a real-world application. At Grupo Posadas, the leadership team began by setting strategic imperatives with their executives. This clear alignment of goals from the top filtered down through the organization, creating a unified focus and a shared sense of purpose. Regular performance reviews and check-ins provided ongoing assessment and opportunities for development, while a system of recognition ensured that accountable behavior was consistently rewarded. By creating space for innovation and accepting that not every initiative would succeed, Grupo Posadas fostered an environment where taking calculated risks was encouraged, and learning from failures became a collective strength. In conclusion, the journey to embedding accountability within an organization begins with leaders who are committed to modeling these behaviors. By setting clear expectations, maintaining regular feedback loops, acknowledging accountability, and creating a safe environment for risk-taking, leaders can build robust cultures where accountability thrives. This not only drives personal and professional growth, but also positions organizations to achieve their strategic goals with integrity and sustained effort. This chapter has explored essential traits that define ethical leadership, focusing on practical tools and strategies for aspiring leaders. By highlighting the importance of integrity, empathy, accountability, and courage, it underscores how these characteristics shape decision-making and foster a positive organizational culture. The chapter emphasizes that leaders who embody these traits not only inspire trust and respect, but also drive their teams towards collective success. Ethical leadership is presented as a fundamental component of creating environments where individuals feel valued, heard, and motivated to contribute their best efforts. Additionally, the chapter delves into actionable methods for nurturing a culture of accountability within organizations. Establishing clear expectations, providing regular feedback, recognizing accountability, and allowing room for calculated risks are identified as key practices. These approaches help build high-performance teams, committed to achieving strategic goals while upholding ethical standards. Through real-world examples, such as Grupo Posadas, the chapter illustrates the tangible benefits of these strategies in practice, demonstrating how leaders can effectively model and instill accountability, thereby positioning their organizations for long-term success. Chapter 8: Long-Term Thinking, Planning for Future Consequences. Long-term thinking is essential for making informed decisions that benefit both our lives and the well-being of those around us. The ability to anticipate future consequences before they happen can be a powerful tool in navigating complex personal and professional landscapes. Foresight allows individuals and organizations to prepare for various scenarios, mitigate risks, and capitalize on emerging opportunities. It equips them with the resilience needed to adapt swiftly to changes and challenges, while maintaining a clear vision of their long-term goals. This chapter delves into the techniques that make strategic foresight achievable and practical in everyday decision-making. The chapter explores several methods for cultivating long-term thinking, starting with scenario planning, which helps envision different futures and prepare for unexpected events. Next, it introduces SWOT analysis, an analytical tool for assessing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to align actions with long-term objectives. Readers will also learn about future backplanning, a technique where one starts with the end goal and works backward to outline the necessary steps. Additionally, mind mapping is discussed as a visual method for organizing thoughts and understanding interconnected factors. Lastly, the importance of developing big-picture thinking skills through regular practice and reflection is emphasized, as well as balancing operational and strategic thinking within organizations to enhance resilience and adaptability. Techniques for strategic foresight. Imagining future possibilities using scenario planning is a practical way to foster strategic foresight for smarter, long-term decision-making. Scenario planning involves envisioning various potential futures, allowing individuals to consider different outcomes and prepare for unforeseen events. This technique encourages adaptability and helps in mitigating risks by creating opportunities from potential challenges. For instance, a company launching a new product can benefit from scenario planning by outlining best case, worst case, and moderate case scenarios. This approach ensures that the company is prepared for fluctuating market demands, competitor actions, and economic shifts. By anticipating these variables, the organization can swiftly pivot its strategies and stay ahead. Engaging in SWOT analysis is another crucial method. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This analytical tool helps individuals and organizations gain clarity about their capabilities and align their actions with their long-term goals. By thoroughly evaluating internal strengths and weaknesses alongside external opportunities and threats, one can make informed decisions that promote responsible and strategic growth. For example, an individual aiming for career advancement might identify their unique skills, strengths, areas needing improvement, weaknesses, industry trends to capitalize on, opportunities, and market competition, threats. This comprehensive understanding aids in crafting a personal development plan that targets specific actions to achieve long-term success. Future backplanning is a technique that starts with envisioning the end goal and then works backward to outline the necessary steps to achieve it. This method involves setting measurable milestones and actionable tasks, thus instilling a sense of purpose in daily activities as they contribute toward a larger vision. For example, someone aiming to become a published author might begin by setting the goal of having a completed manuscript ready for submission in 2 years. Working backward, they might establish milestones, such as completing the outline within 3 months, drafting chapters over the next year, and revising the manuscript in the following 6 months. Each daily writing session becomes a purposeful step towards that ultimate objective. Mind mapping is an invaluable visual tool for organizing thoughts and considering interconnected factors comprehensively. It encourages creative problem solving and improves memory retention of key elements. A mind map begins with a central idea and branches out into related subtopics and concepts, forming a web-like structure that visually represents the complexity of one's thoughts. For instance, a project manager overseeing a large initiative could use a mind map to break down the project into smaller, manageable components, such as resources, timelines, stakeholders, and deliverables. This visual representation helps identify relationships between different parts of the project and fosters innovative solutions by revealing connections that might not be immediately apparent. Developing big-picture thinking skills requires regular practice and reflection. Setting aside time specifically for strategic planning and stepping back from daily routines can help individuals understand broader trends and patterns. For professionals, incorporating regular brainstorming sessions and encouraging a culture of open-mindedness within their teams can further enhance strategic foresight. Leaders who cultivate an environment where employees feel empowered to take initiative and share ideas without fear of criticism contribute to the organization's overall resilience and adaptability. In business, the contrast between operational thinking and strategic thinking is significant. Operational thinking focuses on immediate tasks and efficiency, whereas strategic thinking considers long-term impacts and overall direction. Both are crucial for a balanced approach to management. Companies that prioritize strategic thinking often outperform competitors because they are better prepared for market shifts and unexpected challenges. For instance, a technology company might continuously scan for emerging trends and technological advancements, ensuring they invest early in new tools to maintain a competitive edge. Managers who understand how their team's efforts contribute to the company's long-term strategy can more effectively align actions with organizational goals, thereby enhancing performance and productivity. Building organizational resilience through strategic foresight allows businesses to withstand economic downturns and competitive pressures. This preparation ensures long-term stability and success. Companies that plan for various scenarios and anticipate change can quickly adapt, making them more robust against market volatility. Business leaders who practice scenario planning and SWOT analysis can identify potential risks and opportunities, allowing them to make proactive adjustments to their strategies. For individuals seeking personal development, practicing strategic foresight can lead to more meaningful and fulfilling lives. By regularly engaging in exercises such as future backplanning and mind mapping, individuals can align their daily actions with their long-term aspirations. These techniques encourage self-awareness and intentionality, fostering a mindset focused on long-term benefits rather than short-term gains. Strategic foresight also plays a vital role in ethical decision-making within organizations. Professionals and leaders must recognize the broader implications of their choices, considering how their actions affect team dynamics and corporate culture. Mindful decision-making promotes integrity and accountability, contributing to a positive work environment and sustainable business practices. Furthermore, investing in professional development programs that enhance strategic capabilities can significantly benefit both individuals and organizations. Workshops, seminars, and training sessions focused on developing big-picture thinking skills help employees understand how different parts of their organization connect, promoting a more cohesive and strategic approach to problem solving. Coaching and mentoring also provide valuable support, helping individuals refine their strategic thinking abilities and apply them effectively in their roles. Balancing short-term and long-term goals. Balancing immediate needs with future aspirations is a crucial aspect of long-term thinking. It involves making decisions that not only address current necessities, but also pave the way for future success and well-being. This delicate balance is essential to avoid the pitfalls of short-termism, which can lead to compromised long-term goals and regrets. The urgency importance matrix is a useful tool in differentiating between distractions and significant goals. Developed by Dwight D. Eisenhower and popularized by Stephen Covey, this matrix categorizes tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. By prioritizing activities in the important but not urgent quadrant, individuals can focus on long-term objectives rather than getting caught up in the immediacy of less significant tasks. This conscious choice-making encourages effective time management, helping one to allocate resources efficiently and avoid sacrificing long-term aspirations for short-term satisfaction. Delayed gratification techniques are another set of strategies that foster self-control and resilience for future benefits. One widely recognized method is the marshmallow test, an experiment where children were given the choice between eating 1 marshmallow immediately or waiting to receive 2 later. Those who waited demonstrated better life outcomes in several areas, including academic success and emotional stability. Applying such principles in daily life, like saving money instead of spending impulsively, or investing time in skill development rather than seeking quick entertainment, can cultivate patience and promote long-term planning. These practices gradually build a culture of long-term thinking, encouraging individuals to prioritize lasting rewards over immediate pleasures. Reflective journaling serves as a powerful tool to track short-term actions and their longer-term consequences. By maintaining a journal, individuals can document their daily experiences, decisions, and reflections. Over time, this practice provides valuable insights into decision-making patterns and helps identify recurring themes and behaviors. Reflective journaling fosters accountability, encouraging individuals to contemplate their actions and align them with their long-term values and goals. This introspective process enhances understanding of personal priorities and facilitates more informed and deliberate decision-making. Lessons from visionary thinkers like Henry David Thoreau, Stephen Covey, Theodore Roosevelt, and Elon Musk offer profound insights into the importance of balancing immediate needs with future aspirations. Thoreau's emphasis on simplicity and living deliberately encourages individuals to focus on meaningful pursuits rather than being distracted by superficial desires. Covey's principle-centered leadership underscores the significance of integrity and aligning actions with core values for sustainable success. Roosevelt's adventurous spirit and willingness to take calculated risks inspire courage and innovative thinking. Musk's forward-thinking vision and relentless pursuit of technological advancements demonstrate the power of long-term goals in shaping the future. These visionary figures highlight the value of prioritizing meaningful endeavors that contribute to one's overall well-being and societal progress. They remind us that true fulfillment arises from aligning our actions with a larger purpose and considering the long-term impact of our choices. In essence, finding equilibrium between immediate needs and future aspirations requires conscious effort and strategic decision-making. The urgency importance matrix helps prioritize tasks effectively, ensuring that time and resources are allocated to significant goals. Delaying gratification cultivates patience and resilience, fostering a mindset that values long-term planning. Reflective journaling provides valuable insights into decision-making patterns, promoting accountability and alignment with personal values. Lessons from visionary thinkers inspire us to prioritize meaningful pursuits, integrity, and innovation in our actions. This chapter has emphasized the critical importance of considering long-term impacts when making decisions, highlighting how foresight can shape our life's trajectory and the well-being of those around us. Techniques such as scenario planning, SWOT analysis, future back planning, mind mapping, and balancing immediate needs with future aspirations have been explored to help individuals and organizations make more informed and strategic choices. These methods promote adaptability, resilience, and a deeper understanding of how current actions can influence future outcomes. By integrating these strategic foresight techniques into daily practices, individuals can align their short-term efforts with long-term goals, fostering intentional growth and success. Professionals and leaders who adopt these approaches can create a mindful and ethical environment, encouraging responsible decision-making and nurturing a culture of accountability within their teams. Ultimately, cultivating strategic foresight not only enhances personal development, but also contributes to the sustainable progress of organizations and communities. Chapter 9. Reflection and Growth. Cultivating Continuous Improvement. Reflection and growth are fundamental to continuous personal improvement. By examining our actions and decisions, we can better understand ourselves and make choices that align with our values and long-term goals. This chapter explores various practices that encourage ongoing self-reflection, helping individuals to cultivate mindfulness and insight into their daily lives. Through consistent application of these techniques, readers will learn how to integrate reflection into their routines, fostering a mindset geared towards continuous growth and alignment with their aspirations. In this chapter, readers will discover practical methods for regular self-reflection, such as journaling, mindfulness meditation, and seeking feedback from others. Additionally, the importance of targeted reflection questions in guiding critical thinking about one's behavior will be highlighted. The chapter also delves into learning from past choices to inform future decisions, utilizing tools like post-mortem analysis, emotional reflection, and mistake inventories. Together, these practices provide a comprehensive framework for personal and professional development, equipping individuals with the skills needed to navigate life's challenges more mindfully and effectively. Practices for regular self-reflection. Engaging in consistent self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth and aligning one's daily choices with long-term goals. This section provides actionable techniques to help individuals cultivate this practice, focusing on journaling, mindfulness meditation, feedback from others, and using targeted reflection questions. Journaling offers a tangible outlet for self-expression and introspection. Keeping a daily or weekly journal allows one to document thoughts, actions, and experiences. Set aside dedicated time for journaling in a quiet and comfortable environment. Write freely without judgment, allowing thoughts and emotions to flow naturally. Various journal prompts can stimulate different aspects of self-reflection. For example, reflect on a recent experience that had a significant impact on you, your thoughts, feelings, and the lessons learned. Create a list of core values and assess how well your actions align with them. Writing to your past or future self, offering insights and guidance, can also be a profound exercise. Journaling apps like Day One can make this habit more convenient and integrated into your daily routine. Mindfulness meditation enhances present moment awareness and promotes clarity in decision-making. This practice involves sitting quietly and focusing on your breath or a specific meditation technique that resonates with you. Find a quiet space where you can sit or lie down without distractions. Embrace thoughts and emotions as they arise, acknowledging them without getting caught up in their narrative. An effective way to start is with a simple mindfulness meditation, concentrating your attention on the sensations of your breath or body. Another valuable practice is loving kindness meditation, directing positive thoughts towards yourself and others. Regular mindfulness meditation helps in observing thoughts and feelings more objectively, leading to better decision-making and alignment with long-term goals. Feedback from others is another critical component of self-reflection. Seeking and accepting constructive feedback provides an external perspective on one's actions, helping to identify blind spots and areas for improvement. It's essential to create a network of trusted individuals who can offer honest and thoughtful feedback. Approach these conversations with an open mind and willingness to learn. For instance, ask colleagues or mentors for feedback on specific projects or behaviors. Listen actively and reflect on their insights without becoming defensive. Implementing their suggestions can lead to significant personal and professional growth. Targeted reflection questions are powerful tools for guiding self-reflection and encouraging critical thinking about one's choices. These questions can cover various aspects of life, helping to uncover underlying motivations, beliefs, and values. For example, at the end of each day, ask yourself, "What am I grateful for today?" Or, "Did my actions align with my long-term goals?" Identifying moments when you acted in accordance with your values versus when you did not can provide valuable insights. Questions like, "What challenges did I face today?" and "How did I handle them?" can help in recognizing patterns in behavior and decision-making. Consistently engaging with these questions fosters a deeper understanding of oneself and supports continuous improvement. Learning from past choices to inform future decisions. Analyzing past decisions to inform more mindful future choices is a powerful practice that nurtures a growth mindset, fostering continuous personal and professional development. This subpoint delves into various methods to achieve this, each playing a significant role in reinforcing conscious decision-making. Post-mortem analysis is an essential tool for learning from past actions. By examining the outcomes of previous decisions, individuals can identify patterns of success and areas of failure. For instance, if a project at work yields positive results, analyzing the processes and strategies implemented can highlight effective practices worth repeating. Conversely, if a decision leads to an undesirable outcome, understanding what went wrong can be equally valuable. Was there a lack of information? Poor communication? Identifying these factors helps avoid similar pitfalls in the future. When conducting a post-mortem analysis, it's useful to involve all relevant stakeholders to gather diverse perspectives, ensuring a comprehensive evaluation of the decision-making process. Emotional reflection complements post-mortem analysis by encouraging individuals to consider their emotional responses to past decisions. Reflecting on emotions such as anxiety, excitement, frustration, or satisfaction offers insights into personal values and priorities. For example, feeling particularly prideful after successfully navigating a challenging task may indicate that the individual values resilience and problem-solving. On the other hand, feelings of regret or disappointment might suggest a misalignment with core values or priorities. Engaging in emotional reflection allows individuals to better understand their intrinsic motivations, leading to more intentional and aligned future choices. Success stories serve as inspirational and educational tools. Studying examples of previous successes can guide future decisions by illustrating effective strategies and outcomes. Historical figures and contemporary leaders alike provide ample material for such studies. For instance, exploring how J.K. Rowling overcame numerous rejections before achieving monumental success with the Harry Potter series can inspire perseverance and resilience in aspiring writers and entrepreneurs. Similarly, examining business case studies where companies like Apple transformed initial failures into groundbreaking products can offer practical lessons in innovation and adaptability. These stories not only motivate, but also equip individuals with proven approaches to apply in their own endeavors. Mistake inventory involves documenting errors and shortcomings as a roadmap for growth and learning. Keeping a detailed record of mistakes, along with an analysis of why they occurred and how they were handled, provides a valuable reference for future decision-making. For example, a manager who frequently faces conflicts within their team might document instances of poor conflict resolution and explore alternative techniques that could have improved those situations. Over time, this inventory becomes a rich resource, highlighting recurring issues and revealing trends that require attention. This method promotes accountability and encourages a proactive approach to personal and professional development. Incorporating these practices into daily routines fosters a reflective and growth-oriented mindset. Each method, post-mortem analysis, emotional reflection, success stories, and mistake inventory, offers unique contributions to informed decision-making, paving the way for continuous improvement and alignment with one's goals and values. While methodologies like post-mortem analysis provide a structured approach to reflection, emotional reflection ensures that the human element is not overlooked. Understanding the emotional impact of decisions enriches the analytical process. This blend of objective analysis and emotional insight leads to holistic growth, marrying practical skills with personal awareness. Similarly, immersing oneself in success stories not only inspires, but also reinforces the principles gleaned from post-mortem analyses. These narratives contextualize theoretical knowledge, making it more relatable and actionable. They demonstrate that behind every triumph are countless lessons learned from past actions, further emphasizing the value of each reflective practice discussed. The mistake inventory acts as a grounding force amidst this introspection. It keeps individuals anchored in reality, continuously reminding them of areas needing improvement. By regularly updating this inventory, individuals maintain a dynamic awareness of their growth journey, providing constant feedback loops to guide future actions. Together, these practices form a robust framework for reflection and growth, empowering individuals to make decisions that are not only well-informed, but also deeply resonant with their personal and professional aspirations. Whether applied in personal life or within organizational settings, they cultivate a culture of mindfulness and ethical decision-making, ultimately contributing to more meaningful and fulfilling experiences. Reflecting on one's actions and decisions is a cornerstone of personal and professional growth. This chapter has emphasized the importance of regular self-reflection through methods like journaling, mindfulness meditation, seeking feedback, and posing targeted reflection questions. By engaging in these practices, individuals can develop a deeper understanding of their motivations, values, and goals. These insights help align daily actions with long-term aspirations, fostering a more intentional and fulfilling life. Additionally, learning from past choices by analyzing successes and mistakes provides valuable lessons for future decision-making. Techniques such as post-mortem analysis, emotional reflection, and maintaining a mistake inventory offer structured yet personal ways to understand and improve one's actions. Together, these reflective practices create a robust framework for continuous improvement, encouraging a mindful approach to both personal development and professional advancement. Conclusion. At the heart of this journey lies a simple yet profound truth. Every choice we make unfurls a series of reactions, each with the potential to shape our future in ways we might never fully understand. This core principle has underpinned every chapter, guiding us through the intricate dance of action and consequence, urging us to recognize the weight of our decisions. Reflecting on our daily lives, it becomes evident how interconnected we are with our surroundings, our communities, and the broader spectrum of humanity. The choices we make, whether minute or monumental, ripple through the fabric of our existence, touching lives far beyond our immediate perception. It's a powerful realization, one that calls for a heightened sense of awareness and responsibility. Personal responsibility is not merely an abstract notion. It's a tangible force that drives our actions and shapes our realities. By acknowledging our responsibility, we empower ourselves. We realize that our decisions, whether large or trivial, have the power to create positive or negative pathways in our lives and those of others. This empowerment stems from the recognition that accountability is the bedrock of personal growth. When we take ownership of our choices, we open the door to self-improvement and ethical living, fostering meaningful connections and a fulfilling life. Consider the workplace, where professionals and leaders play pivotal roles in shaping organizational culture. Ethical practices and accountable decision-making can transform team dynamics, creating environments where trust and integrity thrive. Leaders who model mindful behavior inspire their teams to follow suit, cultivating a corporate culture rooted in respect and responsibility. In such settings, the overarching ethos of the law of consequence becomes clear. Every action taken by a leader sets a precedent, influencing the collective direction of the organization. Intentional living is the compass that guides us through this complex landscape. Imagine taking a moment before each choice, reflecting not just on the immediate outcome, but also on the long-term consequences. This practice of intentional living can turn mundane decisions into stepping stones toward a better life. Mindfulness in decision-making encourages us to pause, consider the broader picture, and make choices that align with our values and goals. Whether in personal or professional contexts, living with intention brings a sense of clarity and purpose, enhancing our overall well-being. Yet, even with the best intentions, missteps and mistakes are inevitable. Human nature is fraught with imperfections, and it's these very imperfections that offer fertile ground for growth. Continuous self-assessment and growth are essential components of an intentional life. Just as a gardener regularly inspects the health of their plants, so too should we examine our choices through reflection, allowing us to adjust our course and cultivate our desired outcomes. Ongoing self-reflection enables us to learn from our experiences, refine our decision-making processes, and strive for continuous improvement. Consider incorporating strategies like journaling, meditation, or seeking feedback from trusted individuals. These practices provide valuable insights into our thought patterns and behaviors, facilitating meaningful change. Self-reflection is not a solitary endeavor. It thrives on interaction and honest appraisal. By engaging in regular reflection, we become more attuned to our motivations and the impacts of our choices, paving the way for personal and professional growth. As we bring this exploration to a close, it is essential to remember that the journey doesn't end here. The principles outlined in this book serve as a foundation, a starting point for ongoing development. Embracing the law of consequence requires a lifelong commitment to mindful living, responsible decision-making, and continuous self-evaluation. By integrating these principles into our lives, we can navigate the complexities of human behavior and foster environments that prioritize ethical practices, both personally and professionally. In recognizing the interconnectedness of our actions, we acknowledge our role in shaping not only our destinies, but also the world around us. Each decision we make carries the potential to inspire change, to uplift others, and to contribute to a legacy of mindful living. It is through this lens that we find the true essence of personal development, a journey marked by intentionality, responsibility, and a deep-seated commitment to growth. For adults seeking personal development, the message is clear: every choice matters. By embracing the principles discussed, you have the power to transform your life, build meaningful connections, and achieve a sense of fulfillment that transcends material success. Your journey is guided by the understanding that ethical living and intentional decision-making are the cornerstones of a life well lived. For professionals and leaders, the impact of these principles extends beyond individual growth. Ethical practices and mindful leadership have the potential to revolutionize organizational culture, fostering environments where accountability and integrity are paramount. As leaders, your choices set the tone for your teams, influencing their behaviors and shaping the collective ethos of your organization. By embodying the principles of the law of consequence, you pave the way for a corporate culture that values responsible decision-making and ethical conduct. As we conclude, let us carry forward the wisdom gained from this exploration. Embrace the power of your choices, live with intention, and commit to continuous growth. Remember, the journey towards personal development and ethical living is not a destination, but an ongoing process, one that enriches our lives and the lives of those around us. Each step we take, each decision we make, holds the promise of a ripple effect, shaping a future that reflects our highest ideals and aspirations.